They said the story ended when the tower door opened. But what if that was only the beginning? A single drop of golden light falls from the sky and lands on a girl who was never meant to exist. Her name is whispered through the centuries, Rapunzel. But this time, the story isn't about a princess waiting to be saved. It's about a secret that was locked away for a reason. In a world where sunlight holds power and love can awaken ancient curses, one girl's gift could either save the kingdom or destroy it forever. The wind moves through a forgotten forest, carrying the sound of chimes and broken whispers. The trees twist upward like claws, their roots tangled with old bones and flowers that still glow faintly in the dark. At the heart of the forest stands a tall stone tower, cracked with age, covered in golden vines that shimmer softly beneath the moonlight. The music is slow, almost haunting, and every sound echoes like a memory coming back to life. A light flickers in the tower window, warm, golden, alive. Inside, we see her. A young woman, Florence Pugh as Rapunzel, sits by the window, brushing her hair that spills across the floor like liquid sunlight. Each strand glows with gentle warmth, lighting up the cold walls around her. Her eyes look beyond the glass, watching the clouds move across a silver sky. Her face isn't sad, it's curious, almost brave, as if she's been waiting for something the world forgot to bring her. The camera moves slowly around her. Sketches of the outside world hang on the walls, painted from memory, not from sight. A small candle flickers beside an old book with torn pages that read, "Beware the golden gift." It remembers. Her fingers trace the words, her breath steady, her heart heavy. She closes the book and stands, the soft glow from her hair spreading across the room, revealing carvings on the walls, stories, battles, faces. Her own face, drawn over and over through time. Outside, thunder growls. The storm begins. The forest sways violently as wind tears through branches. Lightning flashes, revealing the tower's shadow stretching across miles of cursed land. In the distance, the ruined kingdom lies silent, half buried in vines that move like living creatures. As the rain begins to fall, Rapunzel steps closer to the window. Her reflection stares back, older, colder, with eyes that burn gold. A quiet voice breaks the silence, soft but full of fear. "They said you were gone." The light in her hair flares brighter. The storm grows louder, and with a single whisper she answers, "Not yet." The screen fades to black. The music swells, strings and drums rising like thunder beneath her voice. Text fades in, "From the studio that reimagined your favorite fairy tales." Then silence. Only the echo of her heartbeat. The world beyond the tower is nothing like the stories she imagined. The forest ends where the kingdom begins, a wasteland of gray stone and ash, once bright with laughter and song. Now, the castle walls are split open, vines crawling through every crack like veins of gold and shadow. The streets are silent, but something still moves beneath the dust, old magic, restless and waiting. The sky is always the color of smoke, and the sun fights to be seen. Through the mist, a lone rider appears. A man in torn armor, his cloak heavy with rain. His horse limps across the bridge, hooves echoing through the emptiness. Jake Gyllenhaal as the lost prince looks up at the broken castle gates. His eyes are tired but sharp, searching for something he's not sure exists anymore. Around his neck hangs a piece of shattered metal, half of a royal crest. Burned by fire. He steps off his horse, the air thick with whispers. The vines around the gates seem to twitch as he passes. One of them glows faintly, a soft pulse of golden light. He stops, staring, and for a moment it almost looks like the vine is breathing. His hand moves toward it, trembling slightly, but before he can touch it, the light fades, swallowed by darkness. A voice, faint and full of sorrow, echoes through the ruins. "Do not follow the sun." The prince freezes. The wind dies. Then, far away, another light flickers, the same golden hue. He follows it through the broken streets until he reaches a tower half swallowed by roots. At the top, a faint glow spills through the cracks. Like dawn trying to escape the night. Inside, Rapunzel watches from her window. She sees a figure below, barely visible through the rain. Her breath catches, not from fear, but recognition. The golden glow from her hair spills down the tower walls, reaching toward him like living fire. Their eyes meet for the first time. No words, no movement, only that fragile moment, light and darkness seeing each other at last. The storm grows violent, lightning striking the old castle spire. The sound is deafening and the light between them flashes brighter. The prince whispers, half in disbelief, "Your hair. It's alive." The vines tighten around the tower. The ground trembles, and for the first time in centuries, the ancient curse stirs awake. The music rises, full of drums and strings, echoing through the ruins. The screen flickers with flashes of memory, a burning crown, a woman screaming in the dark, and a sun that bleeds gold, then silence again. Only the whisper of the rain, and a heartbeat, faint, but growing stronger. The curse has awakened. The earth trembles beneath the kingdom, and the vines that once slept now twist and roar like living beasts. Every root pulses with golden light, stretching across the land, tearing through stone and sky. The air burns, filled with sparks of sunlight breaking free from the soil. What was once a quiet ruin now shakes like a heart that has begun to beat again. Rapunzel stands at the top of the tower, her hair now blazing like fire, her eyes glowing with the same golden light that once gave her life. The power she tried to hide now spills out of her in waves, lighting up the world around her. Below, the lost prince watches, shielded by his sword, the same blade that once belonged to the sun warriors of old. Its metal hums in response to her magic. He finally understands. She is not cursed. She is the key. The wind screams through the ruins as the queen's shadow rises from the darkness. A figure draped in black silk, her face hidden behind a mask made of glass. Her voice echoes like thunder. "You were born of my wish, not the god's mercy. You are the sun that was never meant to rise." The ground splits open. Black mist spills out, forming soldiers made of smoke and ash. They march without sound, their hollow eyes reflecting her light. Rapunzel steps forward on the tower ledge, her hair swirling around her like a storm. The prince looks up, shouting through the chaos, "You don't have to fight her alone." But Rapunzel only smiles faintly, eyes full of both pain and peace. "I was never alone. The sun has always been watching." The world explodes in light. Her hair shoots outward, blazing through the clouds, striking the queen's army with ribbons of fire. The prince raises his sword, catching the golden glow and driving it into the heart of the darkness. Every hit releases a sound like bells, like the breaking of glass as shadows turn to dust. The queen screams as the mask cracks, revealing eyes burning with envy and sorrow. The vines wrap around her, pulling her toward the light. She reaches out, voice trembling. "You cannot burn what was born in night." Rapunzel's answer is simple. "Then watch me." She raises her hand, and for a single, breathtaking second, the entire kingdom shines brighter than the sun. Every wall, every tree, every forgotten soul is touched by warmth again, then silence. The storm ends. The vines fall still. The golden light fades, leaving only echoes of what once was. The dawn comes softly, as if afraid to disturb the silence. The storm is gone. The clouds drift apart, and the first rays of sunlight fall across a kingdom reborn. The castle lies in ruins, yet life moves again. Tiny flowers bloom between cracks of stone. Birds return to the towers that once echoed only with screams. The golden vines, now calm, shimmer faintly as if breathing in rhythm with the morning light. Rapunzel walks barefoot across the wet ground. Her hair shorter now, no longer a river of light but a soft crown that glows with quiet warmth. Her steps leave faint golden prints behind her, fading slowly into the soil. Around her, the wind carries whispers of the past, voices of those who were freed when the curse broke. The kingdom stirs, not awake yet, but dreaming again. She pauses near what remains of the tower, only half standing, the stones covered in sunlight. Her fingers touch the rough wall, the same place where she had once watched the world she could not reach. Now there are no bars, no spells, no walls between her and the sky. A single tear rolls down her cheek, catching the light like a diamond behind her. The prince limps forward through the mist, his armor scorched, his eyes soft. He says nothing, he doesn't need to. Their silence says more than words ever could. He kneels beside her, placing his broken sword in the dirt, blade down. From the ground, tiny golden roots grow around it, wrapping gently, turning it into a symbol of peace. Rapunzel looks toward the rising sun. Freedom, she whispers, her voice calm but heavy, comes with a price. She turns her hand over, and the last strand of glowing hair slips through her fingers, carried away by the wind. The light fades, but the warmth remains inside her heart. And in the air around them, the screen slowly brightens. Golden particles drift upward like embers, painting the sky. The music swells, gentle and full of emotion, the kind that feels like both an ending and a beginning. The camera rises above the kingdom, showing the golden vines forming a great sun symbol across the land, shining softly as the world heals. Then, just before it fades to black,